Corner. My name is Rose Blossom, where I am always excited to be here. And of course, remember this program runs from 11 to 12 noon. And of course, we have guests, women from all over the world, joining in via Zoom or coming physical to be part of the show. And remember, Women's Corner, we talk about women, their success story, we inform, we educate. But today is not success story. Today, we want to educate women, we want to know what is going on with our marriage institution. And of course, how do we get in there? But before we go on, let's know that you can watch this program live on Facebook and on YouTube. YouTube, Galaxy TV News, and Facebook is Galaxy Television. Also, download the app from Google Play Store or Apple Play Store to watch this program live. And we are on digitized channel at UHF 27. Well, as usual, I'm not doing this alone. I have Margot with me. Patricia, how you doing, Patricia? Good morning.
Good morning, Rose Blossom.
How you doing?
Taking the shades this morning. No, you're going to go home naked. Just have the shades and then you...
Don't worry, if you have singlet, I'm good to go.
I did not
So I should...
Ade will give us singlet.
Okay, we'll take Ade's polo. I think it will fit me a little bit, yeah. Almost the same color.
But
Thank
anyway,
you.
I just want to let you know, do you know fuel has increased again?
Yes, it has.
So,
Welcome to Nigeria.
Patricia,
Okay, yes, with no further ado, let's quickly go for tips, of course, before we introduce our guest for today. And like I said, today we are talking about an amazing topic, and the topic for today is delayed marriage and stigmatization in women. They come hand in hand. When you're delayed in marriage, there's a stigmatization. Is it Africa? I think in Nigeria, it's more rampant in Nigeria. But before that, let's go for tips on self-rediscovery. You discover yourself as you grow, but it's good sometimes to sit back and rediscover yourself. So let's quickly go for this tip. We'll be right back to the studio to continue the program with myself, Patricia, and our guest. Stay with us. Welcome back. Yes, I've just introduced our guest for today. Today joining us is Temitayo Oluyege. Do we have her? Let's put her back on the screen. Oh, not back. She has to come on the screen. Let's put Temitayo on the screen. Hi, Temitayo. Good morning.
Morning.
How you doing?
I'm very fine, thank you. Are you?
I'm fine. When you're done, please, you can send over your bone straight to the office, Galaxy Television, or just right at Ikeja. So just send it down there. The lounge here. Anyway, thank you so much for joining despite your busy schedule.
Thank you so much for having me always.
Okay, so I'm just going to go straight to introducing Temitayo, who she is. Temitayo is the CEO of May Couture. She's an entrepreneur and empowerment advocate. She's also a fashion advocate. She's a whole lot, so I'm going to take my time to read this. She also did business management with Handong Global University at South Korea. Styled prominent leaders like Vice President of Nigeria, Yemi Oshibanjo, and also awardee for FCMB Flexstern Award, International Bureau's Kickstart Award, Office of the Secretary to the Federal Government, National Youth Entrepreneurship Award, and Mobilo Fashion Leader Award. Now that is Temitayo. Thank you so much for joining us. So, we want to talk about delayed marriage and stigmatization in women. So I don't know. Do you have an idea of why women keep getting stigmatized in Nigeria, especially? Do you know why we get stigmatized when we are delayed in marriage? It might even be by choice. Sometimes where situations occur that you don't get married early, but if it's your decision, you still sometimes get stigmatized. Do you have any clue as to why it is like that in Nigeria? Specifically, I want to bring it down to our country.
Okay, so I'll say first is the culture. It's everywhere. It's what has been on for years. So when women have delayed marriage, they already have the mindset that, oh, there's a problem. And this should be changed actually. It's been on for years, for decades. And so when women get delayed marriage, they know that, the cultural expectations of Nigeria, especially the state or the background the person comes from, they assume that at a certain age a woman should get married and leave the parents' house and all. And if that doesn't happen, they start saying all sorts, they start doing all sorts, they start advising, putting the lady under pressure. And also I believe it's like the expectation around Nigeria and even Africa as a whole. So that's one of the things that causes stigmatization in marriage. Can you hear me?
Patricia, you want to ask a follow-up question?
Tayo, good morning. It's nice to have
Good
you here
morning.
this morning. Okay, just
Thank
a follow up to what you have said. Okay, so delayed, you said delayed marriage, people talk about it. Because people talk about it, is there actually an age to get married as a woman? Is there any age, that has been set aside that, okay, this is the age a woman must get married?
Okay, I would say no to that question. I will also say yes. No, because the truth is there's no. Can you hear me? Okay. No, because particular age for a lady to be married. But it's just like there's a timeline for things to be done rightly. Just like a 3-year-old child is expected to resume crèche, pre-nursery, and then at a teenage age you should resume secondary school, and at a particular age, say 18, 19, 20, should be university. So there's no particular age for marriage, but there's still some, timeline assigned to particular progress in life. People or humans um believe that once the child goes to nursery, primary, secondary, and maybe is matured enough to get a job, be independent, then the lady should get married. Also, I also talk about childbirth. If there's a late marriage, there might be problems in delivery. So early marriage is ideal, but still there's no particular age to get married. So I from medical updates, a lady that is 30 years and above might have some issues. Not all the ladies, but some might have issues with getting pregnant and putting to bed in the normal way. So there's some timelines for development in life, and so human mindset has been aligned to this mindset. That's been pre-aligned to this mindset that at so age or from this particular age, a lady should have a marriage ideally. So there's something called the early marriage, the late marriage, and all, and that is why stigmatization happens. They be like, this lady has a problem. What's her issue? They start giving unnecessary advice. So there's no particular age, but still, there's still an ideal age range for that.
Anyway, thank you very much for clarifying that. Okay, so I want to ask, do you think the influence of education is also one of the reasons why some women get delayed in marriage? Because let me take, for example, some persons believe that when they get married, they might not be able to further their education. So some of them wants to get to a particular height in degree and ascertain some certain success before they will think about getting married. Do you think that also, is part of the reasons why we have delayed marriage in women? I don't think the Gen Z are even worried about delayed marriage.
Who cares about
They are not even bothered about. They are more concerned about being successful. So, but anyways, please answer the question.
Okay, so I would say yes and no as well, because marriage is very, very, it's very tasking. It's a lot of responsibility. When you get married, you start having kids. You have to take care of your husband, take care of your children, and so people have the mindset that when you get married, you might not have time to actually focus on your career path, education path, or whatever path you want to go. So getting married would not actually affect education sometimes as well if you have an understanding husband or understanding partner, and then probably if you are well to do, you can get assistance, people to take care of your children, nannies, and assist support system that can help you to easily thrive in your education or your career. So education is not really a problem to marry. It doesn't really stop marriage, but you need to actually write down your goals. Make sure your partner understand your goals. Make sure your partner supports you, someone that can support you, someone that knows what you actually plan for your future and is ready to support you, whatever it takes. So it depends on you and your partner. Education does not stop marriage. Marriage does not stop education. Both can work hand in hand if you have a supportive partner and if you are very determined and resilient, because it actually won't come easy. Thank you.
I wanted to also ask, of course, we're talking about delayed marriage. Do you think for 1 second that there is an advantage of delayed marriage and a disadvantage of delayed marriage? Of course, we've talked more about the disadvantage part where you talk about the biological effect, having to take in, having to keep the baby and the delivery process, that's a whole lot biologically. Then the stigmatization. Now, do you think there is any positive advantage? Okay, advantage is being positive actually. So do you think there's any advantage to being delayed in marriage as a woman? Is there any advantage you can ever think about?
I don't think there's any advantage of having a delayed marriage, because everything that can happen in delayed marriage can also happen at the ideal time of you getting married. So I don't think there should be any advantage of having a delayed marriage. I don't think. I hope you can hear me.
Because like she said, there's a lot having getting married, bringing children into the world. You have to take care of the children, take care of your husband. Okay, so but if you're not married, if you delay your marriage, of course you have all the time to pursue your career. So that's one positivity I can find in delay marriage. But like Temitayo, she just doesn't want to hear that there's a positivity to delayed marriage.
Okay, so just to enlighten people, well, like you said, like she rightly said, just some few advantages and lot of disadvantages. Either you chose to be delayed in marriage, or circumstances, made you marry late, or probably not married yet. So I want to ask, do you think parents can actually have in the reduction of stigmatization on their female child when they are not married yet? Like you said, unnecessary advice that come, even people that probably going through shege in their marriage will still come and advise you to settle down. Like they will not really tell you what it is. They'll just tell you, oh, you need to settle down, time is going. And it's not like they don't have their own struggles, right? So do you think parents can help in the reduction of stigmatization, or it solely depends on the person who has been delayed in marriage, which is a woman?
Yeah, I think parents have a lot to do in the reduction of stigmatization, because the first place is the home for the baby, for the lady rather. The first place is the home, and if the home shows the lady love, she will love herself. She will not be pressured with whatever people are saying outside. So the parents should actually encourage the lady that you can do this. Wait, the time is coming where you get married. So just keep chasing purpose, keep, impacting yourself, developing yourself while the right man comes. Because if the parents add to the stigmatization, the lady might just be depressed or gets in the wrong hands, gets into the wrong marriage, and that would destroy the future of the lady. So as parents, as guardians, we should always encourage whoever we perceive as a delayed marriage, encourage them to be the best version of themselves, to keep developing themselves while they wait, to keep preparing themselves for marriage. It's actually not just about the marriage. How do you cope in the marriage? What do you do when you enter the marriage? Will you last in that marriage? So the parents and the guardian or the family member related to this particular set of people should always encourage them, motivate them, help them not to be depressed, help them not to have this pity party kind of mindset, because it will actually make or mar them, to make the future of the marriage they actually want to get into. When they feel love amidst their friends, amidst their support system, then they would love themselves, and they will know that there is more to them than even just the marriage. There's more to making impact, fulfilling purpose, fulfilling your assignments in life, and doing great and mighty things even while you are single. So while you are single, keep preparing yourself and keep encouraging yourself, because there is more than you actually think. There is more to marriage in life. There is more. That is fulfilling purpose, aligning yourself to your goals, fulfilling your goals, and being spiritually grounded, being financially grounded, being independent. You are not desperate, you are really intentional about who you want to get married to. Is the person going to help you align to the kind of future you want for yourself and for your kids? So this is what you should do, and as parents and guidance, this is what you should do. Support the lady, empower her with the right mindset, the love she needs, and every encouragement she needs. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I love that question. You wanted to ask a question, so let me I really thought about the question at the same time.
Yes.
The same question. So I want Patricia to ask that question.
That's awesome. But anyway, thank you for sharing about the delayed marriage thing. We want to know what age is being delayed. What age is out for a woman when you say she's being delayed to get married? From what age are you looking at?
You're thinking about it, girl.
Okay. So medically, I'll just say from perspective. I'm aware that a lady that's 30 and above might have difficulty in maybe getting pregnant, being conceiving and putting to bed. So 30, 35 should say, we could say it's kind of late.
Okay, so they're now freezing their
I can't
eggs.
hear you.
So you could freeze your eggs and get married at age 40.
Yeah.
You're going to do the
Even
same
45.
thing, or even 45. You're doing the same thing a 21-year-old or 25-year-old will be doing.
Well, that's not that things are happening now. Easier, faster, better. So then maybe there's no late marriage then. Just plan your life, write your timeline and achieve your goals in your specified time.
Truly, there is no delayed marriage, since biology is really helping scientists developing different means for you to, be able to conceive even at a later age. And it's amazing where it's not confirmed yet, but scientifically they're trying to have an artificial womb where, you just have the sperm and the eggs, they do the fertilization thing and the baby grows in an incubator or whatever they want to call it. It's still upcoming, but I do not know if it's, but I think there's a country that said it is functional, but I doubt that. It's still on research, so I've not confirmed, so I'm not going to say that. But, well, in Africa, in Nigeria, like you said, once you are, in fact, let's just put it the way I feel from school. Once you are like 30, right, they already start tagging you like, this girl, she's not married. Once you're 35, trust me, you're delayed. They are taking you to prayer and powerhouses.
So you are just saying,
yeah, they're taking you to prayer houses and powerhouses, thinking you have a problem. And I think one of the things that parents need to really look at is this person even mentally stable to handle and ready to handle a home? Same thing with a man. I met a man recently, a young guy, and he's come of age to actually get married, and he said, see, I'm 40 but I'm not mentally stable enough to handle another woman. I could flare up, I could probably end up hitting her if she talks back at me because I don't want that in my space. So you can imagine, so all those things are things we need to consider before getting married. But anyways, let's quickly go on a short break. We still have you, Temitayo, with us, but let's quickly go on a short break. Then after the short break, we'll be having a tip for successful marriage. So since we're talking about delayed, so now we're going to talk about how one can be prepared to actually go into this marriage, either delayed or not. We'll be right back after the short break. Stay with us. All right, welcome back. Yes, you're still watching Women's Corner, and we're talking about the marriage and stigmatization. Can we have Temitayo Oluyege back on our screen? Can we have Temitayo? Okay. Welcome back, Temitayo.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. So let's talk a little bit about reasons why women actually delay in marriage and how we can actually give solutions to this. I'm not talking about people who are pursuing things in life and all of that, because sometimes they are very difficult to bend, to make them believe that you can still be married and do all of that. Some of them are positioned that way. But let's talk about people who probably character wise, they have little flaws, the red flags which they do not know they have, the mental state, what else, even cohabitation. Some people believe cohabitation can sometimes cause you delay in marriage. Yeah, when you cohabit with a man and you've been with him for years, it's not like you have a baby. It's not like I'm supporting any of those things I'm mentioning, right? But sometimes it delays because they'll always tell you, once you give a milk, free milk, right? Person is always having the milk every time, any day. What's the essence of the person buying the whole cow? He's getting it. The wife duty, the role of a girlfriend has turned to a wife duty role. So what more? Why would you really want to go there? So it doesn't work for everybody. So I want to know, do you think even cohabitation is another way to not being cohabitating with your partner? It's another way to actually stop delay marriage. Do you think mental health is something that we need to focus on also in the country to be able to help? And also this particular angle of men always wanting to get to a certain stage in life, that's their wealth, their money. Do you think we women also are the cause why they want to get that kind of money before they settle down, which is causing some women to also be delayed in marriage while they are still in a relationship with the person? Do you think that?
Okay, thanks for breaking. If I get a question, you're trying to ask if uh, men and women wanting to have financial stability, right, before getting married. Is that one of the questions?
Most times when you talk to men, they will tell you that they want to have a certain amount of wealth or success in life before they can settle down. And sometimes it goes as far as some women cohabiting with their spouse so that maybe they are protecting their relationship with their man, I do not know, or maybe that's what they feel is better, so he doesn't maybe step out there or go haywire, I do not know. But do you think these two, let's just even streamline into these two, cohabiting and a man looking for a certain amount of wealth before settling down, do you think is also part of the reasons why we have delayed marriage in Nigeria?
Yes, I think so. I really think. Can you hear me? Network is bad. Can you hear me now? Okay. Okay, so yeah, I think so. When you are cohabiting already with your man, then it doesn't, I'm not sure he's not hungry, he's not, you've given him everything he wants to see in marriage, like you've given him like almost everything. So it takes a man that is actually really, really in love and genuine to go ahead with the marriage because he has already tasted everything, he has seen everything. Familiarity is already there even without marriage. So he knows almost everything he's seen in marriage. So he might even take his time, take more time, even sample other ladies to now say, oh, okay, let me pick one of them. So this is actually a reason why we have more delayed marriages. Another reason is the financial instability. Yeah. Some men wants to actually sorry. Yes, sorry. My network is very. Some men, like a lady has more money than them, they might not have the authority over them. Also, they may feel like, if I don't have money, I won't be able to take care of my home. I won't really be the man of my home. And also, some ladies want men that are, they want too much. They are requesting for too much. They want men that are already made. They don't want to sacrifice with a man. They don't want to go through the stress of growing together. They just want a man. Only sorry to say that they want everything set for them. They just want to enjoy their life in marriage. So these are some of the reasons why we have delayed marriages. Too much standard for the ladies. They want Dangote, someone that is big already. They just want to come and enjoy themselves and have a good life. So these are some of the reasons why we have more delayed marriages, and so many other reasons. Some break up, they've had previous breakups, they are hot, they don't want to try out new things.
You can't even get yourself what you want.
But I can't.
Did you hear
That's
me?
why I
Did
was
you hear what I
saying
said?
secondary reason
Temitayo?
for yes. I hear you
Did
now.
you hear what I said? I have to know button a little bit. I said shout out to those who want Dangote as husbands, whereas they can afford the
I've been there.
littlest thing or the most little thing, for themselves. But please go ahead. You were saying something.
Yeah, so I was saying some other reasons, breakups. People have not been, they've not healed from past breakups and relationship issues they've had. Then some people, their parents, maybe the way they were brought up, they see how marriages are and they don't want to actually go into it. They are hurt. Maybe for their parents, they're like, oh, my dad beats my mom, or my dad doesn't take care of the mom, so many things that has happened while they were growing up with their parents, and they're like, if this is how marriage is, I'm not actually ready. I don't want to go into it. There's so many other reasons, like some people wants to actually further their career as set. Some people wants to go for education. They want to get better in education. They want to thrive. They want to get to a particular height in their career. They feel marriage will disturb them. And so many reasons. Some people still want to enjoy life. You know what I mean? Some ladies they still want to enjoy life. They're not ready to settle down with one person. Yeah. So those are some of the reasons why we have delayed marriages.
Anyways, well, you have a question, please. Yeah.
Temitayo, thank you for all these reasons that you have given. But there's one more reason I want to ask. I want to know if it's part of the delay in marriages for women. Some women are very choosy. They want a guy that is tall, a guy that is handsome, probably fair, probably dark skin, six packs and all that. Do you think this is one of
Yeah.
the reasons for delayed marriages?
Oh yes, I think so. Yeah. So I feel like some ladies they are so particular about the physical look of the man. I won't say the physical look is not important. Honestly, it is important. But we are not God. We cannot create. If you feel like you can change, there are some things that you can change in a man. Like when you see a man, down, I guess correct him. I will dress him up. I will change his fashion sense and all. But like just kind of ask those kind of those are not so easy. It's not like you shouldn't be proud of who you are marrying. Like you should be proud of the person you're marrying. You should be able to stand beside the person you're marrying. But reduce the standard a bit. Be more considerate as ladies. We should be more considerate. We are not God, so we shouldn't put too much expectation on the look. It's the attitude, the mindset, the art actually. For me, that's the major thing. When your heart is beautiful, you are beautiful. When your attitude is beautiful, you are beautiful. And every other thing can, there's some people that you see, and I'm like, the truth is sometimes I see some people, I'm like, is this person's wife? But when you now see the attitude, be like, oh, this person is actually beautiful from the inside. So you need to actually check out for the inner attitude, the mindset, who the person really is, the soul of the person before the look. The look is not really so important like that. So this is actually one of the reasons why we have delayed marriages. That is very valid, ma. I don't know if you can hear
Reasons,
me.
and
Or should I go
I would
on?
just say ladies need to soft pedal, and also the men, you need to soft pedal. Mental health is very important. I do not know why. Despite having the money and all of that, if you're not mentally stable, I don't think you'll be able to even fashion your money into something that you should even channel it to. I think you just spend it anyhow. I've seen a lot of young guys who at some point after school they did legit business, started working, and they made good amount of money, but because they felt they were still quite young to get married, they want to get married maybe when you're 35, 40. I met a lot of men like that, even in school, like, no, I want to make money first when they make money. So that early time when they were making money, most of them, what I saw them doing were they were balling. So now it has gotten to the age of marriage, there is no balling because the money has stopped coming in. So now they are waiting for another time where they have to make money again, and start now this time around they are ready to get married, so the money is not coming the way they want it, so they have to wait until then, and that way you have more females being delayed in marriage, because once a man is taking his time, a woman can't get married to herself, right? She's not going to ask
Yeah.
a man out. Well, I don't know. There are women who do that now.
But
So
some women clean up a guy.
yeah,
Clean
yeah.
up the guy, and the guy dumps them to go marry someone else. True.
Okay, so there are a lot of reasons why they are delaying marriage.
A lot of reasons for delayed marriage.
Yeah.
Because you choose a guy, like you said, you don't look at the facial out. You don't look at. You just want to look at the inner.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I can manage with this guy. You start a relationship with him, you try to clean him up, buy him clothes, buy him shoes,
Make him look
make him
good.
look good, make him presentable. And then at the end of the day, when he wants to get married, he goes to marry another person, delaying that same person that
He has been-
cleaned him up. So a lot of
that happens.
a lot of
Let me not say anything. Let's leave it at that, because I was about to say something like, why do people do that? It's not just restricted to men alone. Even women do that. A man picks you,
Train you through
school, and you see them. Especially, I don't know, maybe it's a skit, but it's now very common on TikTok, where not just TikTok, even Facebook, where you see the lady having the audacity, the guts, the dexterity to actually bring her new fiance to the supposed guy that trained her, took her through school and everything. And I'm like, thunder is real, lightning is real, karma is
Go
real.
back and say, how much did you spend?
They want to pay
Yes,
back.
they want to pay back, but the guys don't. They just walk away.
That's not
And
fair.
then you see them. The next thing you're seeing is the invite. Then a guy is getting married.
The worst that happens most time is you see some of them, they don't even know. The lady does not even know. This one happens more to the ladies actually, and I see that a lot on Facebook. The ladies don't know. It's somebody somewhere who is their friend on Facebook. The guy has probably blocked her every angle. So it maybe have friends or distant friends that probably know about their relationship, gets to see a wedding picture and videos, and you get a call from your friend and like, babe, Alpha, what's going on? Like, I just saw your boyfriend, like he's married, and you're like, what?
Because the guy, even the day before the marriage, had visited you and has promised you to
still marry you.
To get married. What's the color of should be once again?
Oh my word!
It's a lot.
We humans, now this is to both gender, please, we need to soft pedal on how inhuman we become day by day. I do not know why we do that, but we should all know that karma is very, very real. Whatever you plant is what you sow. You can't plant cassava and get corn. It's not possible. So you'll definitely get it. So we just have to be very watchful of what we do to ourselves. Anyway, I'm wishing all the best to every delayed marriage, as per the gender. I don't care, men or women. I wish you all the best and hope that your mental health, your finance, and what else again?
Whatever.
Mental health, finance, your career, your heartbreak, whatever it is that you need to just move on and get settled, you will get it. So I'll just wrap up here and say, Temitayo Oluye, thank you so much for being part of the program. It's been very interesting. It was more like we're gisting and having a conversation as women. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Thank you. Yeah, I did. I really enjoyed myself. Thanks for having me.
All right, bye. Okay, and that's it from Temitayo Oluyege. Well, it's so sad. Those stories we just talked about. We're laughing about it, but
it's not laughable.
It's not. It's very painful.
Yes, very, very painful if you ask me. But that's what is going on right now. It's happening every day, every hour.
Yeah.
So, my advice for the women that you talked about both gender. I'm not going to talk about both gender.
Okay, we'll talk about
women's corner.
Okay, do the women.
Yes, I'm doing the women. This is women's corner.
Yes.
Shine your eye. That's just the advice I'm going to give.
Finish.
Shine your eye. There's
Period.
guys out there that are just out there to deceive you. Shine your eye.
Shine your eye. Period. And let me just add, just like putting a strawberry on your cake is while you're shining your eye, don't overshine your eye. Because you can overshine your eye and you pass your husband. You know the way they say. You know the way they say I pray you don't take your friend as your husband and your husband as your friend.
Yeah.
Now that is overshining your eyes. So don't overshine. Don't overshine the eye. Maybe I not
Okay,
here.
shine 50%. No, sir. No, shine 80%. Nigerian men are sweet. Let me know.
Very amazing people.
Amazing people. So shine your eye 80%. Some of them will come with sweet words. Oh, I love you. Can I see your parents? Can I go meet your parents? And you're giving them a date to go meet the parents. And they're telling you, oh, work. Oh, this. Oh, that they keep postponing it. That's a red flag. Because you asked to want to see my parents.
Yeah.
So you should have created time to want to see my parents. And so if I say, let's go, you should, plan it out with whatever you're doing to go see my parents. Once you're coming with, work, can we move it to next year? Can we do
that now? Yeah.
Shine your eye around that.
Shine your eye around that. That's very, very important. I wish you all the very best. And it's amazing how, let me just wrap up with this. It's amazing how when you go outside the country, like outside Nigeria, and you ask females, they will tell you Nigerian men are the sweetest.
Yes.
So why are they not sweet to the Nigerian ladies?
Well, you want to ask, it's a serious question because probably the Nigerian ladies too are misbehaving.
Well, I think so. Maybe over demanding and not
You're
to.
just meeting a guy, you're asking for money, especially those ones abroad. Because he's abroad, you think he's blocking money from the tree.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
I have a
true.
friend that called me from Germany and was telling me all the stories.
That's
He's trying to
true.
say, how you doing? You're saying, eh. Anyway.
That's true. I totally agree because you see most men complaining that you go on a date, they're asking you for Uber fare, transportation, my hair, money for dress. And when you go outside the country, most of these women are ready to do 50-50. They're ready to even pay for the meal. They're ready to pay for their cab. They're ready to do anything for the men. So please, ladies, let's calm down. It's our world, actually. To be honest, it's our world. But we have to also know that the men are also sweet when you're sweet to them. Anyway, we'll wrap up. Patricia, wrap up. Let's go.
Oh yes, it's been an interesting interaction section. Really, if you ask me, I had fun interacting because when it comes to men, women thing, we need to, clarify some things. Thank you, Temitayo, for joining us this morning, and we hope when we call again, you'll join us again. Anyway, 12 o'clock, Blossom and I will be here for the boss.
Yes, we'll be here for the buzz. Thank you so much for watching, our viewers. We love you, and we'll be seeing you pretty soon where we'll talk about what's buzzing and trending on social media. Don't miss this. Keep watching Galaxy TV. My name is Rose Blossom. Bye for now.